start. Hi, Amanda. Thank you for coming here today and join me. We're going to talk about self-care today. And I know that you have lots of great tools that you will share with us. You're into aromatherapy and you're also a very busy mom. I think you have four children. Yeah. And also sharing a little bit about your journey on self-care. So yeah, why don't you just say a little bit quickly who you are, and then we can go from there.
Okay. My name is Amanda, as she introduced me, and I have 4 kids. My oldest is 10 and my youngest is 3. And, you know, we're talking about moms who are dealing with stress, overwhelm, anxiety, busy lives. You know, I was just saying how sometimes your day starts before your eyes open, with your kid standing next to your bed saying, Mom, can I have, you know, cereal for breakfast? You know, and sometimes you don't get that moment of peace throughout the day. You are running, you hit the ground, you're going, and sometimes it doesn't stop until your child is in bed, and then you're exhausted, you know. And sometimes you don't have a lot of time for self-care, or sometimes you don't even think about caring for yourself until you are burned out, until you are overwhelmed, until you are just, you know, you poured everything out, you don't have anything left. And then, you know, and then you're like, okay, how do I refresh myself? How do I nourish myself when I'm tired? I've got all these demands. So a little bit about my story. I have 4 beautiful children. My youngest is 3, and before she was born, I went through a few failed pregnancies. And so I had a lot of fear throughout my entire pregnancy with her, with my youngest. And so after she was born, I thought that all of that would just melt away. You know, you've got your precious baby in your arms. But unfortunately, that was not the case when it comes to things like chronic stress, anxiety, PTSD. Those kinds of emotions put you in a fight or flight response, which is actually related to the firing and the chemistry that's happening in your brain. When you are in that fight or flight response for an extended period of time, it actually solidifies patterns and brain chemistry. Your body is producing brain chemistry because it's expecting an emergency at any time. So I've taken classes before on brain chemistry with children, and it shows there's actually a difference between a child who's been through a traumatic situation and a normal healthy brain. So with moms, the same is true for us. We get stuck in these patterns where we're in this fight or flight response for a very long time. And so it can't just flip off. We have to retrain our brains to serve us and to do what they're supposed to do. So a lot of these tools I've used in the last 3 years. She's 3 now. And the few months after she was born, I was dealing with a lot of anxiety. I had a couple of panic attacks where I could not get out of bed one day because I was so fearful that something was going to happen. I canceled events that I had, and I'm not the person that ever cancels events. I just had so much fear. I couldn't leave my house. And so a lot of these tools are things that I've incorporated to help me feel grounded, feel safe, and to retrain my thought process so that I can serve my family. And so I can be the kind of mom that they need me to be, the kind of wife that my husband needs, and for myself to be me, to be a healed, healthy person. So I'm going to talk about some tools that you can use and some easy ways to incorporate these into your daily routine.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes, we would love to see that, because I think what you just talk about, I think most mom can recognize in different degrees. And also I think what we do is that we don't take care of ourselves because we are so focused out on, our children or people around us. and we come last. So what I love, what you're going to share, is that it's something that is actually doable. It doesn't take a lot of time, which I love.
Yes. And we do put ourselves last because we think, oh, I have to take care of my kids. They need to be fed. Our kids are super demanding. They do not relent. When they're hungry, they let us know, even if it's every 30 minutes, you know. But we need to be the same way for ourselves. We need to advocate for ourselves so that we can come from a place where we can nourish our children, and so we can respond emotionally in a healthy way. I know when I'm tired and I'm stressed, I don't respond to my kids in a way that is patient and gracious. So it is really important to make sure that you are carving out time to really care for your heart. I don't know if you guys have ever flown on an airplane. They always talk about the air masks that drop down, and they say put on your own before you put the one on your child. And that always, before I had kids, I never quite understood, like, well, you want to save the child, right? But if you can't breathe, you're going to pass out, right? And then how can you serve your child? How can you help the other people on that flight? So this is kind of the equivalent, moms, is you are putting on your oxygen mask so you can breathe. And when you are able to breathe, then you can think more clearly to handle whatever that day throws at you. So I want to talk about aromatherapy tools first, some different things that you can use. And then I'm going to share how to put those into action. And then a couple of simple, practical self-care ideas that you could squeeze in a short amount of time, because I know we don't have a whole lot to work with some days. First of all, florals. Florals in general are very calming. And this is lavender that I'm holding up. Lavender is known to be a very calming aroma. So it can help settle anxious feelings. It can help settle stress. If you go to sleep at night and you are just thinking about all the things that happened that day, it's going to be hard for you to turn your brain off and to get a good night's sleep. So using lavender is a really good oil that's going to help you feel calm. It's going to help you release some of that tension that you might be feeling. And it's going to help you get a good restful sleep, which is incredibly nourishing for us. A lot of times moms, I feel like, go without sleep because we're up early, we're up late, we're up with babies, stress keeps us up. And we really need to find ways to release some of that stress. So using oils that specifically florals are great options to help you naturally feel calm. And it's also getting into the chemistry of your brain. It's going through your olfactory system. When you experience an essential oil, it's going through your olfactory system and getting into the limbic system of your brain, and can actually help reset the brain chemistry that's been happening. You're reteaching your brain how to respond to situations. Another oil that I love, wild orange, but really any citrus oil, find your favorite. The sweeter the citrus oils, like orange, grapefruit, the sweeter the scent, the more sunshiny it is, the more happy and sweet and uplifting it is. Citrus oils that are a little more sharp, like lemon or lime is a little sharper. Those are great for cleansing. So if you need just like a cleanse, you're feeling really grouchy, you've got some negativity happening, go with your more cleansing oils, lemon, lime. But if you're feeling down and kind of bummed out, use a tangerine, orange, grapefruit. It's going to help you feel more uplifted and positive. It's going to help reframe whatever's happening so that you feel more positive about it. Even if the situation hasn't actually changed, you will feel more positive about it, at least. So citrus oils are great for just a boost of positivity in your life. I love using it. You can use it during the day, at night, either way. It's going to help you feel happier. And sometimes at night, if we go to bed feeling stressed, we need something to help us release some of that and feel happier so that we can go to sleep. Peppermint, mint oils are so energizing. And peppermint is one of the top oils recommended for people who have been in combat or overseas in military situations where they come home with PTSD struggles. So peppermint can actually stop those panic attacks. If you struggle with that, it stops that response in your brain. It cuts it off. And so if you use it enough times, it's going to retrain your brain to respond to a situation differently. So
I didn't know that. That's
I know,
amazing. I have to share because I just finished a recording. I had to squeeze in dinner with my family before I jump on this call. And I felt like, oh, you know, getting it all done. I was using peppermint just before, and I was just inhaling it. And it's interesting because I was just feeling exactly that. It was like something just stopped and I got clear.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
If you diffuse peppermint during the day, you will get so much done. You will get, not that we need to be doing more things, but I feel like we already have a long to-do list, right? And it feels so good to check some things off of that to-do list. You might not get to everything on your list, but it will help you be motivated to do another thing. So like I said, there were some days when I was dealing with anxiety where I didn't want to get out of bed in the morning. So peppermint and wild orange, or mint and a citrus together, are so good at helping clear away that fog and breathe some fresh light into your mood, into your outlook. So they're so gentle. You don't have to put them on. You just smell them. Yes. So I know I'm talking about each one of these, but really they're very easy to use. You can literally just open up the cap and smell it right out of the bottle, and you're going to start experiencing those aromatic benefits. And I'm going to give you a couple different ways to actually do that. But when I'm talking about using these oils, you don't need to go out and get a lot of equipment or anything like that. If you have these available, you just go grab what you need. Sometimes I just walk over to my oil shelf and I just will snip one and put it back on the shelf, just because I need a really quick boost to get me through the next thing. You know, we also homeschool. I homeschool 3 of my kids. So there are days when I just need to go find that oil that's going to help me get to the next part.
Oh, wow.
And then 2 blends that I really like. These are from doTERRA as well. The Serenity blend is a great blend of florals, but it also has vanilla. It has some kind of like chocolatey undertones. And so it's sweet, but it's also very calming. It's a great one to use at night. It's a great one to just put a drop in your hand and cup over your nose and mouth and just take a quick breath in. This is a really good blend to use for that. And then the adaptive blend is a blend that was specifically made for stress and anxiety. So if you are dealing with that really tense, agitation, if you feel agitated, just all these things keep popping up and you just want to, create some space for yourself, that's what this blend is for. And the adaptive blend, it is sweet, but it also has some more woodsy aromas that are blended in with the florals. So you kind of have some options. I had a friend come over this last week, and she had told me that she was really struggling with her kids. She's also a homeschool mom, and she just had a really rough week. And so she came over and I sat down with her and I got out a few of these oils. And I said, I want you to just smell these one at a time. I think I had maybe 8 total because I didn't want to overwhelm her. And I said, just smell these one at a time and pick your favorites. Because what I love and what I enjoy might not be exactly what your favorites are. And so she ended up picking a couple that are great for mood support. So all the ones I got out were for emotional support. And so she picked out a few. And then I went and I got an aromatherapy inhaler for her. And this is an aromatherapy inhaler. It is very simple. It has a wick on the inside. You can see that. Mm-hmm. And I added some Himalayan salt in there as well, because Himalayan salt is also very cleansing, but it didn't come with it. You can add your own salt. But these usually come with a wick like this. And then you just open this up and you can apply your oils to the wick that's on the inside. And it comes in this case, a protective case. If you have children, you know why you need this. And then you just keep this in your pocket. I actually said you could keep it just like tuck it right here on in your bra. So it's right there when you need it. But this will last for weeks and weeks. I mean, she's not going to have to add more oils to this diffuser that she has for a very long time, because I can even smell this. And I made this up, I think 6 months ago.
Wow. So
very
that's like the
little-
old-fashioned way, you know, when you were fainting, you're
yes,
smelling something.
exactly. Like smelling
Ooh.
salts. So they usually come with a little cap. There's lots of different kinds out there. I know you guys have Amazon. If you have access to Amazon, you can find these on Amazon. This is another version. It's plastic. The little bottom piece just pops off like this, and then the wick is on the inside. Let's see if I can get it out. There it is. It's on the inside here, and you would just add your oils to that and pop it back in, and then you would twist it, and you just push it down like that, and you can feel the air coming out of it. Okay, super simple.
Super simple.
Yeah, when you're busy, you need something right there on hand, something that you love that's going to give you a minute and a second. Sometimes you don't even have a full minute. But if you don't have these yet, and you have, lavender, like I said before, just put a drop in the palm of your hand, rub your hands together, cup over your nose and mouth. Breathe in and hold for about 5 to 10 seconds before breathing out. Because if you can get good deep breaths in, it's also going to help oxygen get to your brain. It's going to help oxygen get to throughout the rest of your body. And it's going to help you feel more centered and calm. Another thing I like to do with peppermint is put a little bit on the palms of my hand and then put my fingertips there. And then put those on my scalp like this. And what you're going to do, it's going to feel cold on your scalp, but it's a great just like reset, recharge. It's going to feel tingly and cold. It's going to perk you up, wake you up, and it's going to help you take the next step. It's going to help you move forward. So super easy. If you have been around the essential oil world at all, you probably recognize this. This is a roller bottle, and you can get these on Amazon. You can get these from a lot of different places, but it's just a little glass vial, and it has a roller top with a little ball, and you can add any kind of carrier oil to this: coconut oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, anything like that. And then add whichever oils really, really speak to you, really help you to feel calm, grounded, uplifted. And so you're going to add those in here. I usually do 10 to 15 drops for an adult, but you can start with 10 and then gradually increase to the strength that you want it. This is completely customizable, which is something I love. Customize it with your own scent, customize it with your own strength. Some people, want a very diluted scent. Some people want it a little stronger. So you do what's best for you. And then what you're going to do with this is you're going to apply behind your ears here. You can apply over your chest, right on your heart, or the back of your neck, or your pulse points. And that way you become your own diffuser. You will just smell it throughout the day. You could also put a little bit in your hands and then smooth in your hair. And then you're going to just get, little brief glimpses, little brief experiences of that aroma throughout the day as you are hurrying along, and you'll just stop and you'll go, oh, that smells good.
And it's true, because ever since I started using it, I really, feel if I haven't had it, like I feel, oh, I really need to get the pick me up or calm or focus. And I even got my kids into it too, and which is fantastic. And especially since they have concentration issues, it's been great, before they go to school, that even my 14-year-old actually is okay with me putting something on the back of his neck. So yeah, so I love it.
Well, and one of the things we are teaching our kids when we are using these tools for us, we are teaching them how to care for themselves. They're watching us, and they are watching us to see, how does mom respond to stress? How does mom respond when I'm upset? How does mom respond when, there's so much going on? There's, today, Thursdays, our Thursday evenings are usually pretty busy. We have piano lessons, we have soccer practice. You have to fit dinner in at some point. Actually, we get the kids from school in about an hour. So we're trying to fit a lot in a very short amount of time. And our kids are watching us. How is mom handling all of this? And so when they see us reaching for tools, that is going to be something that's imprinted on them, and they're learning from that. And that is going to influence how they care for themselves in years to come. So they will see, oh, mom is choosing to use natural options to care for herself that are so gentle, I can tell that they're working because she's calm, she's happy, she is able to do all these things, but also be present with me. When I'm upset, my mom is calm. They are learning how to respond in their relationships by observing our relationships. So we are teaching all the time. We have these little eyes watching us. So I've loved being able to teach my kids how to use these natural options. They know, you're upset, do you want to go smell an oil? Like, they will go to my shelf as well, and they'll pick something up that they like, that they think smells good, and they think it's really fun. They love filling my diffusers. They love helping make these little these nasal inhalers. They each have one of their own that they use when they need to. So this is absolutely something that you can share with them and empower them and teach them you can care for yourself, and there are natural tools out there that are going to help support your feelings and help you to stay healthy and well emotionally and physically. So I love, this is a whole family. It's a whole family thing.
It is actually a whole family thing, and I can really state that is true, because that's how I feel it in my household. And what's interesting is also, you say, you pick up your own smell, which is also so interesting, because something that I wouldn't have picked up, because I asked my son to choose an oil that really spoke to him, and he picked up, I think it was cedarwood, and it's quite I don't know, woody, earthy, didn't really speak to me, but for him it really spoke to him, and he said, this is the one that I want. Like, it's so strong, like you really feel like this is my oil for today, or whatever it is. Super, super lovely. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Do you have a little friend there, do you?
I do, yes, you can put it. So I wanted to share real quick, I'm going to be doing a giveaway with these 2 items, and I just wanted to share quickly how something this simple can be used to support your emotional health on a daily basis. So this is just lotion, and this lotion is scented with citrus bliss, which is one of my favorite blends for uplifted feelings. And so what you can do is you can get an unscented lotion and add your favorite oil blend to that. So when you are, getting ready in the morning and you're applying your lotion, that can just be a really quick form of self-care. Use a blend that you love, get an unscented lotion, add the oils to that, just in the palm of your hand. You put a little bit in the palm of your hand, add your oils to that, and then apply, wherever you're about to apply your lotion. You're going to do it anyways. Might as well give yourself some emotional benefits while we're at it, right? And a lot of lotions out there are scented in specific ways to cause us to feel happy or to feel good. And the reason why you're choosing to use an unscented lotion with essential oils is because you're not going to add extra toxins onto your body when you're choosing to use an essential oil with your lotion. So that's one just super easy way that you can support your emotional health right at the beginning of the day. And then I love bath salts. And I know a lot of people have said, I don't have a bathtub. And there's a lady that has said that to me a couple of times. And a lot of places in the world don't have bathtubs. So bath salts aren't just for bathtubs. You can do a foot bath. You can just soak your feet in a little bowl of water, a little tub of water, sprinkle your bath salts in there, and you're going to get magnesium. You're going to get some nutrients and minerals that are really good for your body through the skin on your feet and your ankles. So what you do is you get some Epsom salts, you can get some Himalayan sea salt, a little bit of baking soda, and combine your own bath salts. Very easy to do. And then add your oils that you enjoy, lavender, wild orange, peppermint, anything. Peppermint would be cool and tingly on your feet, I think. So add the oils that help you feel grounded, calm, soothed, and you're going to have your feet soaking in those oils. They're going to get into your bloodstream, but you're also going to have an aromatic experience at the same time. So this is something you could do if you don't have a bathtub. You only have 10 minutes. Run yourself some hot water, put it in a bowl, and let your feet soak for 10 minutes. Very simple. You're taking 10 minutes for yourself in a 24-hour day, and it's worth it just to be able to sit and know that this is for me. This is me putting on my oxygen mask. This is helping me recharge. You could even use that time to pray, to meditate, to think about, maybe some scripture or maybe some affirmations that are encouraging to you. Use that time to fill your mind and your heart with positive thoughts and reassurances while you are enjoying that aroma. Because when you're connecting the aroma with those positive thoughts, that is going to become what happens when you experience that aroma. Even if you just put it in your hair in the morning, those positive thoughts will come back to you. When you're using your inhaler, you might just grab it out of your pocket, and that's all the time you have. But you're going to remember those affirmations or those scriptures that you focused on when you connected them with that aroma. So it's very simple things that you can do. But so important for us as moms to take that time and be still and nourish ourselves so that we can better care for others, for those little eyes that are looking at us.
Yes. Thank you, Amanda. That is a really, really good way of using your self-care. Thank you so much for sharing with us, and thank you for that generous gift as well. We can do this. 10 minutes for ourselves will make a whole difference. So people are, if they want to reach out to you, I will give them all the details. If you want to know more about oils, Amanda, she knows a lot of things, and there's a lot to learn. You can reach out to me or to Amanda, and we will be happy to help you more. So yes.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, anytime. And the more I learn about the oils, the more I want to know. And there is just so much richness in the oils, and we haven't spoken about this today, but I feel that something is happening in my body when I smell oils. Like I can really feel how it's changing me, and how it's almost vibrating in my body. So it's amazing. So I'm super grateful for the oils. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for letting me share.